Hey guys, I'm gonna do a quick video again. So homework is going home tomorrow. You'll be getting your 10 frames to practice flashcards tomorrow. And but I want to show you what's going to be really important. Um, it's a little bit like what we did as kids with the math facts, but we show it in a number bond. So I'm going to show that to you real quick here. I'm going to change that to white. See. So we call that the number bond. And the number is going to go at the top. So let's say we put 10 here. And then down here is all of the ways that we can break 10 apart. So for example, we can break 10 apart with 0 and 10. We could also break 10 apart with like 3 and 7. So every number bond that has a number at the top has multiple ways to break that down. And then the next thing that the kids do is they're learning this week to write equations. So for example, this one would say 0 plus 10 equals 10, or 10 plus 0 equals 10. This one we would have 3 plus 7 equals 10, or 7 plus 3 equals 10. So what would be really helpful for homework is if you are a mom or dad, what I would do is draw a number bond, throw a number in the top, and then ask your kiddo how many ways they can find to break it up. One of the things that's really helpful for them when they're still learning is to just get something like this. You can use anything, beans, rocks, whatever you have at home, but you get 10, and you say, okay, if we put 4 here, we're going to take 10 and we're going to break it apart into 2, and we put 4 here, how many would go on the other side? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we put 6 there. One of the ways we teach this in class is we say, okay, we have 10, and so if we have 10, and we know one of them is 4, so we have 10, we know that there's 4, so we say, oh, 4 went to sleep, 1, 2, 3, 4, how many are still awake? 6, so that must mean the other part is 6. The whole idea behind number bonds is that they're broken into 2 sections. We memorize as kids 1 plus 10, 1 plus 9 is 10, 2 plus 8 is 10, 3 plus 7 is 10, 4 plus 6 is 10, 5 plus 5 is 10. It's basically the same thing, but funny enough, a lot of kids can say, oh, Miss Lacey, I know them, 1 plus 9 is 10. But when I say, hey, how could you break 10 into 2 parts? They can't do it. They don't actually understand, even though they can rattle off the math facts. This is why this Common Core math is so different and so important, because, yeah, it's cool if they can tell me 1 plus 9 is 10, 2 plus 8 is 10. But if they don't actually know that 2 plus 8 means that 10 is being split into 2 and 8, then what good does it do for them to memorize 2 plus 8 is 10? That's just a skill they memorize in their brain, but they don't actually know what that means. So the reason we will get to adding fast like that, but the reason why we want them to learn this way is so that they understand that 10 can be split up, 9 can be split up, 8 can be split up, and that when we're adding numbers like 8 plus 2, when they see this, they understand that 8 and 2 is 8 things and 2 things, which is a part of 10. So if you guys would go kind of work with your kiddos at home, getting them familiar with the concepts, one of the things we like to do in class, let's use a different number, let's use 7, is we call it find the missing number. So I'll put 3 there, and then the kiddos have to figure out, oh, well, if I have 7, and we put 3 here, how many are going to be over here? And so they'll put 7 on their hands. They'll make 3 go to sleep and tell me 4. They might say, oh, if I have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, so there's 4 left. You could give them 7 things and say, okay, 3 here, 4 here. However, you want to do it, just a way for them to start to see the patterns. Here's why. This is what we're going to be learning towards the end of this week and next week. It's like a story problem. I have 3 cookies. So I have 3 cookies. My mom gave me more. Now I have 9. How many did my mom give me? This is algebra, folks. The kiddos in first grade are learning algebra. It's just a different way. So we say I have 3. My mom gave me more. And now I have 9. So they have to figure out what we call the missing addend. And if you guys remember right, that's like 3 plus x equals 9 that we learned, in 8th grade, 9th grade. But they can do this in first grade. If they have memorized or know this, the kiddos that know, oh, if I have 9 at top and 3 here, 3's partner is 6, they can do it that fast. Now, I know some of you are like, yeah, well, so can the kids that can go 3 plus 6 is 9, 3 plus 7 is 10, 3 plus 8 is 11. Yeah, I get it. But we're using number bonds because the number bonds clearly show, here's the 3 cookies that I had, here's the ones that my mom gave me, and then I had a total of 9. We really want them to see the parts, how many parts there are in the equation. So we're going to be working on this math problem where they're going to be a number that's not there and they're going to have to figure out how many are coming. There's lots of strategies. I'll make a video on that later. But one of the ways is if they know all the partners for each number, it's going to make this a lot easier for them. So anyways, that's what's coming. If you have any questions, let me know. Talk to you soon.